Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. This is the fourth and probably final installment to our frequently asked questions video series, at least for now. I think I'm going to be able to get through the rest of these questions. Let's find out. Top Hat asks, have you ever thought about making or designing your own board games? If so, could you give us any quick examples? I haven't seriously considered it. When I was younger, I created a lot of half-made games that never got finished. I have a friend who has a really good little game design that I've been helping him with off and on, but I find with Watch It Played I'm quite busy, so it's not something I've given a lot of attention to. In the future, who knows? Ranma Tendo asks, do you prefer shorter or longer games? Well, I would say this depends primarily on the group I'm with and the amount of time I have. Overall, I do play shorter games more often just because of the convenience. So when there's an opportunity to play a longer game, I'll jump at that. Gaming Night asks, do you ever drink or eat while playing board games? Or do you prefer to save the snacking until after the game session? I am pretty fussy about my games. I do like to keep them in good condition, but I've honestly never had a problem with my friends. They don't bring ketchup chips or hot wings to the table. I do prefer dry foods if we're playing, like pretzels or peanuts, but even drinks at the table are okay because really, I can't think of a time I've spilt a drink across the game, and if it was really ruined, I would replace it. And if my friend ruined it, I'm pretty confident they would replace it as well. The only time it would be an issue is if I was about to shoot a video for that game the next day. Then I'd be worried about interrupting my schedule, but otherwise, I'm pretty casual about it, I think. Jabua asks, what do you think about the attention your children are getting? Is it positive? Well, I think overall it's pretty subtle. A few of their friends at school know they're involved in a YouTube channel. But beyond that, I think the main positives is just public speaking and having to think on your feet and the practice they get doing that through the series. I think that's the main positive effect. Sao asks, are you ever starstruck when a famous game designer starts talking to you because they saw your work on Watch It Played? Not so much starstruck, but definitely there's a sense of admiration, excitement. When you've played a game where you had a lot of fun with it, and you get to meet the person who designed it, and you can tell them to their face, wow, I really enjoyed what you created. That's pretty great. And listen, if they have a mutual appreciation for what you do, yeah, that's certainly icing on the cake. Magnus Mercury asks, how do you determine whether a game should stay in your collection? Well, if I don't like the game, I get rid of it. But if I play it and I enjoy it, it's probably going to stay. The only reason I would get rid of a game that I like would be if I get a second game that does a similar thing, but does it better. Maybe it's easier to set up, or less finicky to play, or maybe I like the theme better. Barry Doublet, or Doublé, as the French might say, wondered whether I play computer games, and if so, which ones. Not really, Barry. I used to, a lot. But I find when I have time to play games now, it's usually of the cardboard or plastic variety. Although sometimes I do play on iOS, so if I'm going somewhere and I can just put it in my lap and play, then that's usually when I'll get some digital gaming in. Oftentimes, again though, it's board game apps, although I really enjoyed the Walking Dead series by Telltale Games and XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Random Fleming asks, is your family musical? Do they play instruments, sing, dance, etc.? My mother made me take piano lessons when I was younger, and I didn't much care for it. I got decent. I could play a tune, but right now, if you put me in front of a piano, no, I wouldn't be able to play anything. My wife is actually quite a good piano player, even though she doesn't play very often. When she does, you can tell she's got talent. Luke plays piano. He's pretty good. Andrea plays baritone sax. She sings in choir at school, and she dances. Woo's Next asks, do you enjoy playing games solo sometimes? Yeah, definitely. I like breaking out Mage Knight every now and then. Pathfinder Adventure card game, Lord of the Rings, the Living Card game. I don't do it often, but I don't mind doing it when there's no one else around to play with. Clipperton 11. Can you spin the camera around so we can see the rest of the room? Okay, sure. So here's some of the set just to give you a bit of context, but as we spin around, you're going to see it's not too glamorous. No, the Watch It Played studios are in an unfinished basement. I got my game collection here, an extra table if I want to practice a game on, but also my recycling, hot water heater, and a filing cabinet. Zapistos Etymology wanted to know if I ever get discouraged by the amount of work it takes to create these shows. I wouldn't say I get discouraged. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed and maybe a little overtired because I'm trying to release a lot of videos within a certain time frame, and I'm only one person. Yes, I have wonderful kids who help me out as the co-host, but the scripting and the editing and the video shooting and all that sort of thing does tend to fall to me. But I get such satisfaction out of what I'm doing. I never get frustrated that I'm doing it. I just wish I could do more. Daniel Apsey wanted to know, with all the games I have on my shelf, when was the last time I played Monopoly? I'm not exactly sure, but I know it was within the last year because Luke wanted to play, and I'm not going to say no when my kids want to play a game, no matter what it is. All right, the last question from @RNBKoala, will you please spit a verse on FAQ Part 4? Occasionally, I have been caught rapping publicly. I'm not proud of this. But I guess, since you asked nicely. Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. I'm Rodney Smith. All my favorite games are written on a hidden list. It's just, who cares what I think? Rules confusing, ask a question. Watch the playthrough and comment with your gameplay suggestion. I'm used to losing games, but I never take it hard. It's as natural to me as the way I pronounce card. My videos are here so your gameplay never falters. If rules errors were cultists, then you'd call me Harvey Walters. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.